أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله وهو العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. We open up with astaghfirullah bihi, inshallah. Do some zikr and then give the floor to Cheikah Ayaba Bey, inshallah. We'll be live in the shaitan regime. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi wa khawli al-azim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Astaghfirullah bihi. Dear Sheikh Sufi Bah. Dear Boredom Down. Dear Jeff Sheikh Zulu. Dear Jeff Shreen Salihu. Astaghfirullah. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina wa Malana Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa taqabbal minni wajhika al-karim kauli ta'iban ilayka bi astaghfirullah bihi astaghfirullah al-adim wa atub ilayhi min zawahidin wa min ghayub astaghfirullah al-adim wa atub ilayhi min zawahidin wa min ghayub sa'altuhu bahaki wa jalilahi maghfiratan min jumlatil manahi تبت له من جملة الصغائر مع الكبائر ومن دمائر كافر لك في كل ما تقدم وما تأخر وما بينهما فهمني العلم وزدني علما وعملا وأدبا وفهما ربي عليك في العلوم نافية واجعل حياتي من شك إيمانيا اكشف لي الأسرار والغوامض غير من كاشف سرا غميدا اجمع جميع ما تفرق كالدا كتيبنا كري وصفي الكالدا لكل دا تفاكر الأعظمية ربي بكون والتاسيما كلامية أبليا يا أكرام في التلاوة كيران كثيرا منك والهلاوة وريك لي اللهم في حياتي وجعل فؤادي وتنال حياتي بليا كاني بشرى كل من ياتوب ولي زواهر أبن ما الغيوب كابولا نكون به تائران من الذنوب ومعاصي ولا فاتي ولا تلاك كلا جنة التي وإذا متكم برحمتك يا رحمن يا رحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين Bismillah, 100 astaghfirullah, inshallah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Innallaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna 'alan nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallallahu alayhi wa sallimu tasliman. Bismillah. Surely Allah and the angels send prayers and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. O you who believe, send prayers upon him in abundance. Inshallah, 100. Sallallahu ala Muhammad. Inshallah. Bismillah. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, 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 Muhammad sallallahu ala 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 Muhammad. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You just la ilaha illallah. Get the floor to Cheikah Ayaba, inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha Cheikah, la ilaha illallah, 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 la ilaha illallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق وخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Barque Swing Sally, who Barque Swing Sally, who Barque Swing Sally, who Barque Swing Sally, who Barque Swing Sally, Barque Swing Sally, who Barque Swing Sally, who Daddy Jeff, Kadi Masood, Assalamu alaikum wa nur, Juma Mubarak, and Ramadan Kareem to the family of light, and the Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, Daddy Jeff, Sheikh Sufi Ba. Pray everyone is well this evening, inshallah. We are in the final days of Ramadan. May Allah continue to guide us, protect us, inshallah. Checked out Cheikah in his travels. All praises, raise his station to the loftiest. We ask that you open up this floor for the beloved Cheikah Ayaba Bay. Open up our ears to receive her wisdom and knowledge this evening. Dear Jeff, Ya Allah, we thank you. We love you. All praise, astaghfirullah. The floor is yours, Cheikah. Ameen, astaghfirullah.
Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak. Everyone. I like singing. I like chanting. I like to hear all of y'all, but y'all got this weird, don't turn on your mics, don't show your face. That silence is a killer. And Sufis love to chant and dance. Oh, there's my king man. Oh, here they come. Thank you so much. That's why I feel like I can touch you. I feel you. You know, I'm old school. They're trying to hem me up in this stuff, but I got a warning for y'all. And that warning is, do not follow the AI business people. It's not what it seems. We are Sufi. That means we carry this power and energy of Allah knowingly. Everybody got it, but everybody don't know it. But we carry it knowingly. So when you know something, you got to live that, you know, what you know. Anybody got anything opposite they want to say? So I'm very thankful for being here. And the theme that I have chosen is, I don't know if that's going to be backwards in that. Tea with Ayaba. Thoughts are alive with power. Thoughts are living energy beings. Thoughts await your will to act. That's what thoughts are. Before you execute a thought, you got to have a thought. But you don't know where that thought comes from. If you do, please tell me, because I do not know. I know it's there. I know it's there for us to utilize. I see that smile, sister. I know it's there for us to utilize. Our humility comes from knowing that Allah is all. I came up as, I don't know about your generation, but my generation, we came up in the Christian, what they call Christian church. You take the word Christian and recompose it as like an abjad, and it becomes Antichrist. The thing about knowledge, in the Bible it says, get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Well, they said understanding. Get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It says, my people are destroyed. Some books say my people perish. But my people are destroyed for what? For lack of knowledge. When I speak to a group and I leave that blank, they come up with a lot of stuff, but it doesn't be knowledge. Our people, we people, the people, are not destroyed for lack of faith. We got plenty of that. We're not destroyed for lack of praying. We do a lot of that. We're being destroyed for lack of knowledge. And the book says, because you turned away from knowledge, you will be no priest unto me, and I will destroy your children. Now, I'm a theater person. My major in school was drama, was theater. And before you can play a character, you got to memorize the lines, right? You don't get up on stage and say, I am John Smith, and I'm going to play the role of Shakespeare tonight. You don't do that. You come out and you are the character that you studied for. And when you become that character or you act a part of that character, we're not supposed to see you. We're supposed to see the character that you represent. And I really can't think of the young man who played Black Panther, but he was one of the greatest. He was the greatest actor I've ever seen. I've seen him in Black Panther. I've seen him in Jackie Robinson. I've seen him as James Brown. And he was those personalities. He wasn't an actor. Now I love Denzel Washington, but the characters that Denzel Washington plays, he's always still Denzel. Okay? Oh, excuse me. I got this notice on here, but I think he's late. So we're playing or praying or staying or becoming the living word of Allah. So what's our character? Fearlessness, faithfulness, truth, dependability, understanding, love, dependability. That's what I want. So all the things that is right in the Quran. I was sharing with somebody what I like about the Quran. In the Bible, which some people call the book, in the Bible, you got a bunch of horror stories. You got dudes that's in the fiery furnace. You got guys who's throwing a stone at a great big dude, maybe 5, 10 times his height. You got all kind of wars. The people who call themselves Jews and are not. I love you. I like that. I see I can talk to you because you got expression and I dive into it. So they said that in the Old Testament, they're told by Yahweh to go and make the war they're going to make, but don't touch the women. Don't take the gold. Do what you go there to do. Leave the women and the gold alone. They went and fought. They took the gold and they took the women. And we here today think that people are different. You ain't no different. We're all the same. Maybe you were your great-great-grandma in another lifetime. But you said, I'm coming back because I can't, I got to deal with this. Or you went to sleep and you was praying, oh Lord, thank you for my life. I got to leave my family now. Oh, Jesus, take care of my family while I'm gone. All that stuff, I know. I had grandmamas. I had 3 grandmamas who were living at the same time. Great-grandmama and 2 grandmamas, my dad, mama, and mother, mama. So that's why I'm so old. I grew up with old people. And I got old folks' wisdom. Now, when they prayed that, it wasn't like they were saying, I'm going to come back and straighten this out. But if you know now what we know, you know that that kind of prayer is a commitment to straighten stuff out. You know, ain't no Lord, ain't no whatever people want to call it, Jesus, etc., because J didn't even come into existence until the 15th century. So that's a cover up right there. So you already know, since that ain't happening, then who is going to come and make the change? Who's going to come and look after the family? The ones who've already been here. That's why you can come here and know how to play the piano, know how to talk. You know, there are little babies that can talk before they're 6 months old. They look like us. They even say now, they meaning the people who study stuff. People those kind of people. And they said that Black babies or melanated babies lift up their head. They come in here with their head lifted. They come in here looking all around. That's supposed to be a big deal, you know. It's no big deal to us because that's how we do. Nothing is a big deal if it's what you do. It's only a big deal to the people who don't do that. See, that's another reason why we have to be humble and we have to be loving because we're the baddest. I mean, we got all this stuff going on. Lay out in the sun for the most part and don't get cancer. Get this beautiful tannish color and don't burn up. Or get this beautiful black. I thought I was kind of dark till I went to Jamaica. And them people had the nerve to say I was light skinned. I said, I'm not light skinned. I put my hand on that brother's leg. He was black as tar, and I looked really pale next to him. So, I mean, all of it is relative because genetically and spiritually speaking, we're the same. We're one people. We came from one set of people. And that's not me talking off the top of my head. That is a group of people called the Leakey family. They're the top-notch anthropologists in the U.S. and around the world who said that the mitochondrial DNA molecule is in the black woman. And don't want to say black because I'm definitely, you can see, I'm really not black. That's a color. Actually, it's not even a color. It's a whole bunch of colors, all of them put together. So we're everything for everybody. And I'm saying all that to say, another reason why we should be humble. Another reason why we don't follow folly. Another reason why, because somebody invents something, don't mean you got to use it. Like AI. Somebody I got one of these computer people called me and said for me to activate some AI program on my computer. I said, child, let me tell you, I'm probably old enough to be your grandmama. I ain't activating nothing on my computer that they already own it. I don't even know what AI means. The A is a 1 and I is a 9. So what are you trying to tell me? He said, Miss, I said, look, a man already committed suicide from his involvement with AI. The AI thing told him to kill himself because of what he input into it. You do not know what the results are going to be of the words you put into the AI program because you don't know about it and you understand it. So why go for it? We're Sufi Muslim, Musalam, man of peace. I'm gonna make up something for Sufi. Sufi, singers, players of instruments, dancers, connected one with the entire universe because the universe is sound. Everything makes sound. Sound that you don't even hear makes sound. And how do you know? Because dogs can hear sounds that we can't hear. So the sound is there, even if you cannot hear it. I made a sound the day my daughter was born that I have never heard before and haven't been able to do again. Yeah, sounded like I was back in the ancient days or something. So we still carry, they said DNA, so we still carry the ancient molecules and thoughts and processes from the ancient of days. I'm on my yeah.
Please, mommy.
Please. So y'all can.
Are you on the phone or something?
I'm on the computer. This is my family. They're just getting here. Are y'all downstairs?
No. I'll call you later. Okay.
All right. Are y'all still with me? I'm leading up to something here. In America, or what they call America, in this United States, there's a Moorish brother said to me, I think they called him Imam at the time, but and now they say Sheikh. But this Moorish brother said to me that we are in an opportunity living in the land of Afmurika. So they came here, those others, and called it the United States of America. Now I want you to understand this. There are things there are laws that govern evil, like there are laws that govern good. One of the laws regarding evil, or what they call the devil or shaitan, in Hebrew, I'm going to jump back to that. One of the rules that govern evil, it says that it cannot come into your life or into your space unless you invite it. That's the law it has to obey. And if you look at the movies where people do all kind of research before they put it out there, in all those instances, those who played the part of evil, like Frankenstein wasn't all that evil, but the Wolfman and Dracula, I can't think of the characters. It's been years since I looked at those things. But they can't come into your life unless you invite them. And they'll trick you to invite them, you see. So everything operates under law. All law, all law. We always talk about the good. We always talk about how wonderful Allah is, how wonderful God is, how great and how good. But people forget that if all things was created by Allah, even that which you call Satan, the devil, or evil, is also created by Allah, and it has to work under the laws of Allah that Allah created for it. Allah just not going to allow and go against the law for allow evil to just come into you or into your life. That's another reason why what? Why you should fear not. Have no fear. Once you learn, study to show yourself approved. Learn these things, and then you won't have any reason for the fear. And I will go into a little something else about fear later. Our thoughts are our magnets. So you wonder why certain things happen to you or come to you. Go and meditate and find out what you've been thinking about, and then you'll know. Oh, you whose command none can reverse, whose judgment none can question, I plead you to strike between me and my foes, that which no storm can shatter, nor swords can cut, nor spears can pierce. O you whose might is terrifying, shield me against, against those who bear animosity towards me, and who send in my direction their mischievous messengers. That's your thoughts, your words. Remove from me every cause of distress and agony. O you who removed the distress from Jacob, I plead you grant me an ease from my hardship. O you who removed the distress of Job, do remove the cause of my suffering, Lord. Vanquish those who wish to vanquish me, O conqueror, whom none can conquer. Now, I got some of the books here, and I can't use y'all time up looking through the book. I set up some of these books so I could share with you. Right here in the Quran, it says just about the same thing. Like in the Fatiha, for example, it says, bless me if you have blessed those who have not gone astray. You want to be protected from evil and jinns. Same prayer, just different words. One of the things I love, of the many things I love about Sufi Ba, Sheikh Sufi Ba, is his continuity and connection to the reality of truth in all things. And that's why I love Sufism, because the whole foundation of Sufism is based on the unity, the unification of all of us. Now, when you have these challenges, words, like I said earlier, I started with the words and the power of the words and the power of thoughts. When you said things like, Man, I'm sick of this. And you get sick a few months later, think about what you said. You declared yourself sick. I remember in raising my daughter, when she was a little baby, you know, babies can do things that'll make you say things like, she had a pain in the neck. This child has a pain in the neck. And a few weeks later, I had a terrible pain in my neck. I said, oh my God, where does pain come from? I haven't done anything. And I thought back on when I said that. And then I told my neck, you're not hurting. I don't have no pain. There's no pain in my neck. See, I experiment. I don't run to the doctor every minute. I experiment with the word because either the word is true or the word is not true. For my life experiences, the word has definitely been true. But you have to be willing. And that will, in the ancient Kemetic system, which people call Egypt erroneously, that will is what we have within ourselves that keeps us going in the direction we go in. Not willpower. I'm not talking about that will. But the reason you are still living, the reason we are living is because we will ourselves to be alive. We don't think about it. The reason we have chosen this path, other than the fact that it was destined for us to choose this path, is that we work with the will of Allah. I think my Muslim friends from back in the day used to say, submit yourself, submit your will to the will of Allah. So in the ancient Kemetic system, we are given a look at our soul, or look at what our spirit looks like. I don't have the picture with me. Maybe at another time I bring the picture. But you see Allah at the very top, what they call Amen or Amen. And under Allah at the very top is Osir. Osir represents the living man. Woman, doesn't matter about what they call it. The living being, the living two-legged, the living person. And the law of Osir says that you don't have any enemies. Why not? Because if we are all made in the likeness of a piece that nothing can disturb, and we submit to that peace as Allah, then everybody that we meet is Allah. It's not on them to know that they are Allah because you know it. It's on you to treat them like you know that they are Allah and be merciful unto them like you ask Allah to be merciful unto you. Be merciful unto them who do not know, and rejoice that you do know. It's a wonderful thing to rejoice in knowing. So in this theater piece I was talking on back a few minutes ago, is the same as when you're speaking or reading the Quran or reading the Bible or reading any spiritual work. There, I think the Sheikh was talking about, I am that I am. I am is who talking? Yes, you're talking. The I in you is talking. In the Bible, it says in the new covenant, wow, it says in the new covenant, I am in my Father, and my Father is in me. People think they're reading what somebody else said, but the ancestors were so smart. They put it in the iPhone. So that who's doing the talking? The first person, according to English, is the I. It didn't say you. The person who wrote it didn't write, you are in your Father, and your Father is in you. It's written, I am in my Father, and my Father is in me. And then we go to biology class and find out that it's so true. I got my father's genes, my father got his father's genes, so I got my father's genes and my father's genes, and all the way back to Allah itself. We have free choice how we use it. How do I stand on this knowledge that I have? That's the question that your person needs to be asking to your mind. You know, I have something that I taught some of my students many years ago was mind. M-I-N-E, mind your mind. Your mind is your mind. It's got gold in it. Did you know that? I learned that from a Jamaican lady. She was in the Jamaican sister. She was in the spiritual shop buying gold powder. I said, what you gonna do with that? She said, I feed my brain with it. Gold is in your brain. And then you got iron in your blood. You got magnesium in your tissue. It's 137, they say, elements. I'm sure there's much more. And if you look at the table of the elements, everything in that table, all those minerals, all those elements, all those substances are right here in this, what we call your body. That's why you hear me say you're a person, because you are not your body. This is your car. This is your automobile. And as Sufis, you way above a lot of people, including some Muslims, in your knowledge, in your understanding. So keep adding. Get all the wisdom and get all your knowledge and then get understanding of it. It's one thing to talk, as the church say about on the street. Talk your talk, walk your talk, walk your walk. Anybody can talk. How many people can walk that talk? You have to be the example of the philosophy and the life that you claim you're living. So by that I mean, okay, someone comes in the house. Before they get there, you even feel them. Do some of y'all have that experience? Well, I can't tell if you, because I can't see you. But I'm sure that you had. You felt somebody was coming. You felt not only was somebody coming, you started feeling a little uptight. And then there was your cousin, Benny, who always coming with a problem or coming with a begging or coming with anything but a giving. And you wish you could go out the back door. Well, see, you broke the first law of Ma'at, or the first law of the ancient Kemetic system, which just as this Sufi system, they on the same track. Sufism came out of ancient Kemet. The Sufi system, the Sufi order came out of ancient Kemet. You hear Sheikh Sufi Ba teaching you that. Well, how did it get in under Islam? Well, they won't let the Muslims kill them. I don't even know if they were Muslims then, but they said they were. But there was an order on this earth long before there was an order of people who called themselves Muslims. But Islam has always been. I, self, Lord and Master, you the master of yourself. Allah gave you that. Imagine this as a car, and inside of it, you need to have oil and gas and water and all those different fluids. And imagine your person, not drinking your water, not drinking your juice, not eating your green vegetables, not balancing out your meal. What do you think happened to your car? What about being angry? Do you know what they say about cancer? They say cancer is anger. Cancer is rage. You know where the seat of cancer is inside of your vehicle? It's your liver. So you meet somebody always mad, they always getting in an argument, you can't reason with them, can't talk to them. They got liver issues. All the more reason why you have to be what? Humble and kind to these people. They don't know what's causing them to act like that. These thoughts, how you accept and receive thoughts. I love the Quran. This is the most I read. I had this Quran about 40 some years. This is the most I've ever read it because I've been on the road learning and studying everywhere else. And I didn't come back to the Quran because I didn't even know how great it is. I knew it was great to my Muslim friends. And then Sheikh Sufi Ba gave me an assignment. I love that man. And in reading this book, now I'm ready for the book because I've seen so much in other cultures that I have been a part of over these years, right here in this book. We don't talk in Christianity, we didn't talk about our actions and how our actions affect other people. We didn't talk about Jehovah God as being inside of ourselves. We talk about Jehovah God as being somewhere else. They said up in the heavens. But then we're on a round ball, so I'm not sure if we're up. Our heads are hanging off and our feet are clinging to the ball. So it's a beautiful life to know is better than guessing. It's a wonderful life to know and share your knowledge with others. Your most challenging people are going to be your family. And I've had people say to me, man, my family on my nerves, man. You can't say nothing. They always got something smart to say or something contradictory to say. They always talking about my hair too nappy or my clothes too funny. Or they never have nothing nice to say. They never are loving towards me now that I've changed my life and changed my name, especially when you change your name. Doesn't mean you don't use the name your mama gave you, because I learned from the Yoruba Oba that the name our mothers pick for us, or mothers and fathers pick for us, are actually the names that are in the heavens for us, but it's in this language. You see, my mother named me Myra. She didn't know nothing about no Ra, and she sure didn't know anything about Hebrew, to know about Mem and Yod. But that's my name, and that's my spirit. See, so we have to forgive them. How you gonna get angry and upset with your family members when they know nothing? Don't know what they do. That's why in the book it said they claim that Yahshua said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I was in the movie, I was a little girl, and I heard the man say, and I hollered out of the movie, yes, they do know what they're doing. But that's what I didn't have understanding. I didn't know that on another level of their being, they really did not know. So, remember I started sharing with you about the map or the blueprint. Like, you know, you got two eyes, so they say, and two ears, mouth, nose, and all of that. But what do you know about your spirit? What do you know about the components of that? Well, I'll share a little bit of that. If you get an opportunity, buy a book called Meduna Ter. Don't get volume 1, that's too heavy. Get volume 2 or volume 3. That'll get you started. And then you will even have much greater love and respect for this Quran. Because you're going to say, dang, it was on it. It didn't break it down like I'm getting ready to break it down to you. But once you get it broken down and you come back to the Quran, you'll even understand even more what it's talking about. Trust me. It's like, you know, these are your teeth. You know you should brush them. But suppose you didn't know that. And they start rotting and falling out your mouth. Then what? See? You know you chew with them, but you don't know how each tooth is connected to a different part of your organ system. So Osset is the power behind the will. Osset is another name for mother. Osset is behind the power, is the power behind the will. What do our mothers do? Our mothers say, taught us how to bathe, taught us how to put on our shoes, socks, make up our bed, put on our clothes, and all of that. But you got some kids who are a little stubborn. And you got some mothers say, well, you're going to get dressed, and she dresses. I didn't do that to my daughter. Said, you don't have to get dressed. I'm leaving. You're going to leave me and start crying. I said, that ain't going to make your clothes get on you. That's how you train a child to use their will instead of using their will to fight you. Your will united to the will of Allah. Loving Allah through your love for others. You know, one of the things I used to say to the older people in the Christian church, I would, you know, like as I got older, I got jobs speaking in churches and stuff. And I said, one of the reasons young people don't like to come to church no more is because you don't live the word that you're talking about. You say God is love, but as soon as they do anything that you don't like, you start criticizing. So where's the love? So that's your challenge. Your challenge is to love the one that you criticize so much. And when you have this understanding, when you have this knowledge that Allah lives in you and dwells in you as you, then how are you going to project Allah to the people? That's your choice. Allah don't make us be humble. Allah don't make us be kind. Allah don't make us be loving. We choose to do that because we want to be like that. There's a Christian song say, I want to be more and more like Jesus. I want to be more and more like him. But do they really? You see, they have a song that say, I've been washed in the blood of the lamb. And I go up to him, I said, you ain't been washed in no blood of a lamb, you lying. I've been washed in the blood of a lamb. And Imam in Brooklyn, New York took me over to New Jersey and told me stand there and wait till the sheep that Allah had chosen for me comes to me. And I stood there. I wasn't scared. I wasn't a practicing Muslim or anything like that. But he saw that I needed this. And so I stood there and the sheep came and put his head on my hand. He said, that's your lamb. And they took it back to Brooklyn, the Imam and the Cheikh Ayaba, and they sacrificed the sheep. And the sheep cried, bah, bah, until it realized it was going to die. And when it realized it just held his head back like that. Yeah. And the man came and cut him right there, and he bled out. And the sheep had a white heart. And he said to me, that heart in the sheep represents your heart. That means you're pure in heart. They put all that blood in a tub, told me go get it and take a bath. I don't know why I didn't go, I ain't taking no bath enough, but I didn't feel none of that. That's why I do. When people say I'm crazy, I say, hey, that's a good thing. And I washed in it. That is a high level of purification. You can ask any imam about it. Everybody don't get to do that. But when you make a sacrifice, the main thing is when you sacrifice your anger for love, you gave up something that could have killed you later on. You know that? I just told you cancer is from anger. Cancer is from rage. My mother-in-law had cancer, and I went to the hospital to bathe her. I wouldn't let them people bathe her. I bathed her. You know what came out of her? Steam. I said, oh my God, she's on fire. So cancer is a raging fire. And back in the day when I was a little girl, they used to say black people didn't get cancer. But your generation can't say that because you know a lot of black people that didn't got cancer. Some in your family, some famous, some you know, some you don't know. Loving others through your love for God. Love is healing. We want to heal people. You don't have to touch people to heal them. You can envision them healed. That's the power of your thoughts. If Allah can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is let go. Let go of fear. Let go of doubt, especially doubt. When you do meditation, try to get, that's beautiful. Get a guided meditation. Guided meditation means the person is speaking to you, telling you how to breathe, how to exhale, helping you to identify when you're in a trance state. So you'll know when to begin to imagine it. Say, for example, you got somebody you love right now who's suffering from some kind of pain or some kind of imbalance. So tonight when you go to bed, after you do your meditation, your prayer, after you do your zikr, Imagine that person well. Don't do it with your mind. Do it with your heart. Imagine just sending love in you into that part of their body.
Thank you. Thank you.
I saw you shaking your head.
Thank you.
Come back and tell me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, my brother. You want to speak about it?
Well, it's Allah. Allah knows. Thank you. Allah has been merciful and been revealing a whole lot to me. Thank you.
Praise be to Allah. All praise. All the praise. You know, I didn't know the word Allah and all that, but I've been praising this energy all my life. They used to call me Miss Good at Two Shoes. They said, don't tell Myra. You know, stuff like that. I didn't know why they were doing it. You know, I really didn't. It was just me. My family member will tell you now. She always been like that. But she ain't never dressed like that. She ain't had that long nappy hair. But my grandfather said, if they want to touch your hair, charge them $5. Your hair look just like my grandmother's hair. My grandmama had hair just like that. Well, what goes around what comes around again. So what you want to come around to you, live it now. Loving others through your love for God. Stress-free for life. Now that's another book by Cheikah. So I said, you can get that one too. Now, what is alcohol? Alcohol, you hear people say, I gotta have a shot, man. I gotta drink me a little liquor before dinner. Well, Dr. Bobby Price said on YouTube the other day, that's not true. Alcohol is a solvent. You put it in your body, it will burn out your brain cells. Your brain tissue, your fatty tissue dissolves from, and your liver dissolves from alcohol. My uncle was an alcoholic, young, beautiful, and could sing like God had put his own voice in his throat. But whatever it was in his mind, whatever those thoughts were, see, though I told you, thoughts are things that drove him to alcoholism. I told my Uncle Raymond, all you got to do is take a tablespoon of peanut butter and don't eat that meat. And that's natural protein. And it will help restore your liver. Oh, I know you know a lot about it. I don't believe that. And right about 10 minutes later, the doctor walked in. I said, let's ask your doctor. And the doctor said, yeah, Mr. Carter, she's right. A tablespoon of peanut butter equals a pound of steak, or what they call a T-bone steak. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. So when those of you who still eat meat, think about the animal. Think about somebody eating you. Even a gorilla, as big as a gorilla is, doesn't eat meat. Let me move on, because I won't leave out nothing. If you get a chance, listen to a brother named Claude Anderson on YouTube. Healing oneself is a challenge. It seems we can disagree. We can diagnose others less stressfully than we can diagnose ourselves. It is a matter of seeing fearlessly, releasing the hide and seek syndrome we play with within ourselves. Hide and seek. What does that mean? You know when you're coming down with something. Now you're a Sufi, you're more conscious, you're more aware. Now you know. So don't act like you don't know. And don't run to the store and get beer, aspirin, Tylenol, Advil, and all that.
With coffee.
The damn coffee.
Yeah, I got a little spliff.
Rashad said it's gonna take him 5 minutes.
You got a spliff? I heard you. So, I heard him say he got a spliff. I'll take a moment for that. Because as a Rastafari first, herb is something that was made for you to drink, to even eat. And what they got out there now, I got plenty of young cousins who smoke. What they got out there now that they call herb, that ain't no herb. That's poison. Anything that smell like that, That's chemicals. See, we are not the people who need loud music. We're not the people that need a whole lot of loud color. We're not the people that need to get so high that we be zonked out of our brain. First of all, we already high. Second of all, we already loud. Third of all, we already colorful. So that's somebody else who needs that. They tell themselves that they need that. Back in the day when I was a young woman, there was a doctor, I forget his name now. He came up with this LSD thing. Because them children wanted to be zonked out their brain. It take a lot for them to feel. That's why you go to a concert that rock and roll especially, that they do, the loudest, the music's up so loud, you can feel your heart. You can feel your liver quivering. That's not you. That's why you have to know who. You have to know yourself. Who? Know yourself first. How do you get to know yourself? Look at your dad and look at your mom and look at all the people in your family. Some of them you probably don't even want to be around. That's you. Why did you come into that particular family? You don't act like them. You don't think like them. So you came to be an example. That's who we all are. You're examples. People can follow your example or not. You want to be a good example. You're a spiritual being, be a spiritual being. Don't be a spiritual being when you're in the Darrah, and then when you go out the street, you know, you that other guy. Let all them riggers see your spirituality. How's it they're gonna learn about the power of Allah? They gotta see it. Don't nobody want to read no book. Nobody wants you reading what's in the book to them. If you can read it, you can live it. If you can live it, you can do it. If you can do it, you can be an example. You can show people the way. Love is not something you are in. Like people say, I'm in love. Love is what you are. Bob Marley, when they said your children, how do they put it? Are your children musicians too? He said, my children are music. Bob knew it. If you haven't seen One Love, go see it. It's coming on one of those channels on the internet. Some people didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it because I didn't want to see them mess it up. But they did. They didn't mess it up. His children produced it and helped direct it. So that was the Bob. Now, so I'm saying to you is the reason why I tell people to see Bob, because Bob stood on Jah Rastafari. He didn't care who you were. See? So you stand on Allah, no matter what or who. You know, your daddy said, what's all this Allah business? Or your mama, or your cousin, or your auntie. I said it's the same thing you said when you said Jesus. It's just an older word. That's all. You know, then you get them with their own stuff. What is the spirit to you? What is the spirit ritual? See that word? Ritual. They don't know what that is. They think it's like a song. It's a ritual of the spirit. And when you hear music, that's why I wanted to hear y'all sing. I love to hear you sing. When you sing, it lifts the spirit of the person who hears it. So if you sing, it's going to lift your spirit. My grandmother sang all the time and hummed. So y'all reconstitute singing in the family. Meet them where they are and give thanks that coming through that family brought you to here. What is music? Music is a relationship between one note and the next. That's why we are music. Even if you can't carry a tune. There were two girls who came to see me perform, two sisters. And I said, I need two people come here and help me sing this song. And everybody was saying, don't pick me, don't pick me. And so I said, come on, sister so and sister so. And they said, you know, we can't carry a tune. I said, yeah, you can carry it. So they came up there and I gave them what they needed to sing. They sang it. I sang my part. And the audience gave them a standing ovation. They asked me, what happened? Why you always can make other people sing? I don't make you sing. I just give you an opportunity to let go your doubt. See, once you let that go, you're free. You do. A lot of deprogramming has to take place. The body was created to heal, back to what you think. Thoughts are things. You see, fear causes sickness inside of you. Anger causes sickness inside of you. Let's say you were abused in this lifetime or even another lifetime, and now you're scared. You're scared of certain things. When you're fearful, you hold things tight. You get Crohn's. If you know anybody who has Crohn's disease, which is a problem in the stomach, ask them what are they afraid of. They're going to tell you nothing. But if you know their life, you can go back and help them pinpoint what it is that they fear. What is it that you fear most? I can tell you what I fear most. I fear going before Allah in the day of judgment and being told that I didn't do what I was sent here to do. That's what I fear. So that's why I work hard to do what I think I came here to do. In the Yoruba culture, there is a word, Obatala. I know some of you heard of it, maybe some haven't. But if you look at the word Obatala, Oba means king. Ta means land in ancient Kemet. And of course, you know what Allah means. So what would Obatala mean? King of Allah's land. What's Allah's land? It's Allah's land. You're a king of your own self. You're a king of your land. And your land was given to you by the blessing of Allah. You're responsible for it. Allah is not responsible for your land. You are. Okay. So I got to go back to tea. What is tea? Our title tonight is a tea with Ayaba. Tea is noted as being a drink, but it's also noted as gossip. Girl, you want to spill some tea with me, big girl? Yeah, child, you heard what happened to Miss Jones down the road? Or tea is teaching. You are learning something from pouring the tea. The next time we come together, I'm going to ask y'all to have y'all a cup of tea with you. Keeping that in mind, let's look at the truth, the way, and the light. Now, this is a book I wrote. Some of you have it from when we were down in Georgia. The truth, the way, and the light. Let's share some of that tea. Okay. One of the things that this book says that was written in this book, let the sound of the chant, next time you all chant together, next time you do the zikr together, next time, remember this. Let the sound of the chant strike you like lightning. Let it flow through your body. Then you will be in the chant. You will love chant. Gratitude will arise spontaneously, and you will swim in the ocean of the nectar of the chant. And that was said by Swami Vivekananda of India. Another thing, God brought us here to be a demonstration of faith. Chanting is the application of that principle of faith, the faith in our connection to the source. The evidence is felt in the chanting itself. And while we are sharing chanting, remember the dance. Dancing, according to Dr. Lila Africa, stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is used for repair. That's once again the blueprint of this body. We know more about stuff outside than we know about the stuff inside. I tell you, the liver is the seat of anger. The heart is the seat of healing. The parasympathetic nervous system is used for repair. This type of dancing focuses on the pelvic rocking motion. I even noticed that when we do zikkering or when we listen to somebody else do it, we rock like this. We'll rock. Some people rock like this. But it's just automatic. Nobody said, okay, let's rock. It can be flowing motions performed at a walking pace with music or drumming. It can be accompanied with a healing prayer or meditation, which can be done before, during, and or after the dance. The dancing can incorporate healing colors, blue, green. And what are our colors? Green and yellow. And yellow heals the liver. So if you're having problems with your liver, start sleeping in yellow, start putting yellow linen on your bed and eat more yellow food. Dancing can be healing, stimulating, improving blood circulation, thereby bringing more oxygen to the brain. It is warming and uplifting to the mind. Let us embrace it, enrich our lives with it, expand our contact with other world cultures through it, and really enjoy it. Introduce yourself to the benefits of chanting, to beautiful healing colors, your own personal creativity, and the traditional expressions of other cultures. Sufis are the most dancing, whirling, cheerful people I've ever seen. I looked at a picture, I think Sheikh Zulu might have sent it, of what happens in Tuba when the millions of Sufis show up. You look at that picture, you might not recognize faces, but you see a lot of color. And when they start chanting, they start move, 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 move. So we're born in North America. And in your generation, I have to say your generation because the dance has changed. When I was a little girl, we danced the way our uncles and aunts danced. It wasn't no integration. So we weren't influenced by nobody else, anyone else's style of dancing. And there was no TV show with our people on it. So we didn't see people who danced like we did. The only people we saw were our family members. But now we've got all this strange kind of way of moving. And well, no, I got to take it back because now you all can have access to African people moving and dancing. We didn't have that when I was growing up, none whatsoever. So now you got that. So you can see the rhythm, sharing the rhythm, the bouncing and the moving and the jerks. You know, it's all there. Move, move. It keeps your back aligned. It keeps your hips, you know, and so you can keep them mobile. People say walk. They tell us older people to walk. I'm not really into walking so much because I don't have nowhere to go. But if I was down south or if I was up north like New York, I have a lot of places to go. I don't know this area that well. However, and when I was in India, I was very pleased with India because people driving down the street on a motorcycle, turn the motorcycle, park it, jump off the motorcycle, take off their shoes, anoint their head, and go inside the building. I presume they were praying, and they came out, put the shoes back on, got on the motorcycle, went to work. People on the way to work in their car, pull over the parking spot, going to. I said, they got nothing like that in America. They got churches with locks on doors. They don't have no church where you just run in and get on your knees and pray and then go on to work. We don't do that here. So embrace Sufism, embrace the energy of it, embrace the spirit of it, embrace the truth of it. And you think your life has changed, you're just starting out on the change. You're going to really see some change. And by the way, there's going to be a solar eclipse. I think it's on the 8th. And I was told that be in a state of prayer, be in a state of meditation. Don't be out there in the street trying to see it. So, you know, It's just so much I want to say, and I can't say it all. So when you have pains, or you are aching, or you think you're sick, or something like that, think you're well. Think that Allah lives in you as you. Therefore, how can I be sick? Something else is the matter. Let me check my head. See if I let anybody disturb me. See if I let anything bother my nervous system. If my nervous system is jacked up, then the energy is not going to flow to these parts of my body that have to function in order to keep me within what we call well. Okay. Then I grabbed the Quran because I wanted to share. I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Al-Qiyamah. Y'all who know, let me know. It says here, yeah, and the moon is buried in darkness. And we already had that, and the ship collided with the bridge when that happened, when we had the lunar eclipse. And the sun and moon are joined together. That also can symbolize male and female. That day will man say, where is the refuge? So we'll see what's going to happen when we have the solar eclipse. See what's going to happen out here on the planet. By no means, there's no place of safety. Before the Lord, that day will be the place of rest. That day will man be told all that he put forward and all that he put back. No man will be evidence against himself. Even though he were to put up his excuses, move not thy tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. It is for us to collect it and to spread it. Nay, more it is for us to explain it. And that's Al-Qiyamah, Surah 75. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. Read it. It's telling you already how to respond to what's going to happen and what is happening. Put this back over here. Oh. Now, in the source set, they teach us about the four brains. I know you probably never heard that we have four brains, but we have this frontal lobe, which we are taught is the last one to evolve and to develop. Then you got the mammalian brain, and you got the I can't get Rosicrucian out of my mind. You got the mammalian brain, which is primarily that part of our brain that is where we protect our own. You know, like mammals travel in groups, in schools, in the prides to protect their own. You got the reptilian brain, is most selfish of all. They travel for themselves. They do for themselves, and they're cold-blooded. So what you want to do is understand that if you're reacting in a way that is angry, if you're reacting in a way that makes you, quote unquote, makes you mad, that's the section of your brain that you're focusing through. You want to focus through your frontal lobe, that part of your brain that is in continual flow and ebb with Allah. You can do it because you have the will, but you have to practice using your will. So whatever it is that has made you angry, upset, or sad in the past, that's coming towards you and you feel it and you sense it. The one thing we say in the source set, which is the first law, I am made in the likeness of a piece that nothing can disturb, not destroy. You didn't get into destroy yet. If your piece is not disturbed, that means you're continually connected to Allah. So therefore, you're not going to be destroyed. I hope you all are with me and hear what I'm saying here, because you have a choice. You have a choice to be angry or not to be angry. You have a choice to be sad or not be sad. You have a choice to be in pain or not in pain. Of course, you probably say, how can you not be in pain when you're in pain? Something happened that led up to your being in pain. If it's a knee ache, what is it that led up to you? Oh, I got arthritis. I'm suffering with. Who is the I? There's only one I, and that's Allah. Allah is not suffering from arthritis. Allah don't have no toothache, or headache. So what is causing that imbalance within your vehicle? I used to have migraine headaches all the way from 8, 9, 10 years old until I was in my late 20s when I found out through a book called Diet for Your Blood Type that I couldn't eat whole wheat bread. I can't eat whole wheat. And that's understandable because wheat is not a byproduct of our culture. We come from hot places. And that hot place is not a place that grows wheat. Wheat is grown in cold places, Europe somewhere. Even rice. You're gonna eat rice, eat basmati rice, not regular white rice. And if you're gonna eat rice, it's better if you soak the rice before you cook it. If you don't have time to soak it, then you should get a pressure cooker, cook it in the pressure cooker. And use beans with rice. That's why a lot of Jamaican people eat beans and rice, or peas and rice, or rice and peas, or rice and beans. According to the nutritionist, it's a complete protein. And you don't want to eat anything to the extreme. So on your list of things you must do, learn how to eat to live. Elijah Muhammad said in his book, learn how to eat. If you can't handle this car that your spirit is in, your spirit is going to leave it. It's going to say, bye, bye, love. Yeah. So we want to get knowledge and understanding of what we are putting in this machine so that it will stay here as long as possible. Some people say we're supposed to live at least 260 years. Some say we're supposed to live at least 300 years. I don't know. I called for 135. If I see I'm going to live past 100, I might change that 135 to 165. But I'm going to have to do what I need to do to make it happen. It's not just going to be saying it. Word, sound, and power. That's what the Rasta man said. So you got the word, you make the sound, but what's the power? The power is the doing. And you have the choice to do. You have the choice to make the decision to live, not to die. So when you say somebody made you mad or somebody made you sick, you made the choice to get mad. You made the choice to be sick. You made the choice to bring these things into your vehicle. You did it. Okay. People, I had a son-in-law from India. He tried to say that he didn't have no African blood in him. I said, boy, you crazy. How you get brown? You think you got brown just because of the sun? The people who founded this place y'all now call India came out of what they now call Africa. And the place was named the Indus Kush Valley. Indus meaning black, black or blue, blue, black. See, why is this knowledge important? All knowledge is important because it dispels lies. And we are supposed to be truth tellers. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be in this Sufi order. You've been looking for the truth. That's how you got here. Some people, when I was a teenager growing up and talking about the truth, people told me, you can't know the truth. I said, but the Bible said, know you the truth and the truth will set you free. So is the Bible lying? You telling me I can't know the truth? My mother said to me a long time ago, she said, girl, I hope one day you get the answer to all these questions you got because I don't have those answers. See, she was honest. She spoke the truth. He was a wonderful person. I guess we all feel like that about our mothers for the most part. So the Persians came into that place. But if you read the Bible says the scourge will come from the north. Only thing I know in the north, naturally, are Europeans. Yeah, it's a lot to learn. Y'all got a long life ahead of y'all. Learn as much as you can. Read Elijah Muhammad's message to the black man, and 3 or 4 other ones that he did. I can't remember the name of right now, but he talks about that. Ethiopians have had very intimate relations with Indians. I'm going to bring this thing about India because Sufi also mentions about the guru, and the gurus learn what they learned from what the ancient Kemetic, so-called African people, left for them to learn. And by the Persians coming in there and other European type skin color people coming in there, they pushed the people of blacker hue into the lowest possible class and treated them like dirt. They didn't treat them as good as they treat dirt, because at least you clean out the dirt and plant seeds in it to grow food. A reading of the ancient Dravidian literature, which dates back to 500 BC, gives us information on the Naga, N-A-G-A. The Ethiopians were called the Naga. It was the Naga who created Sanskrit. In Indian tradition, Naga won central India from the Villavar or the bowmen and the Menavar or the fishermen. The Naga were great seamen who ruled much of India, Sri Lanka, and Burma. To the Aryans, they described as half man and snake. The Tamil knew them as warlike people who used the bow and the noose. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just giving y'all little bits and spurts. And those who are inspired to know more will go and seek it out. The earliest mention of the Naga appear in Ramayana. That's one of their long stories. They are also mentioned in the Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata, we discovered that the Naga had the capital city in the Deccan and other cities spread between Jumna and Ganges as early as 1300 BC. The Dravidian classic, now this one I've never seen before, Chula Patikaran, made it clear that the first great kingdom of India was Naganadu, and that was named after those black people. A lot of Indian people don't even know their own history. So we need to learn all that we can learn so that we can know all that we are able to know, so that when we stand in the face of a lie, we can put the truth in its place. This comes from a man named Dr. Clyde Winters, for those who are taking notes. Now, I'm gonna close out with this right here, talking about man's will. On the tree of life, or the Meduniter, number 6 is the sphere that represents the spirit from which man's will is exercised. So at some point later on, maybe I'll share this with you, but you can go and look up Meduniter, look around there for a minute, go on YouTube, and you'll see all of this stuff. And you'll begin to see the framework of your spirit. And that inside of this body of yours, and made up in the spirituality of your being, are the things or the spheres that you can work, or that you are right now unconsciously working. But you can consciously work to make your life manifest even more fulfillingly than it is now. And when you're zikkering, and I mean, I love the zikr now. I can't even live without zikkering. I felt like something was coming over me a few evenings ago. And there were people coming in the house that was bringing some bad energy. I didn't know that. I just knew somebody coming. I just stay up here in my room. And a voice in my mind said, why don't you zikr? So I got my beads, which was a gift to me, by the way, from a sister who had lived in Senegal. And she didn't even know me, but she knew to give me these zikr beads. And it's very interesting because in the Yoruba system, this is the color of my deity, or Yah. And I'm just, everything amazes me. I'm glad I can be amazed. Don't get at the point where you can't be amazed anymore, because you'll be very bored. Man's will in Spirit 6 in the Tree of Life represent that aspect of the spirit from which you exercise your will. In the exercise of free will, that the divine aspect of man finds expression. It is important, though, to point out that man's will is distinct from God's will, which finds expression out of Sphere 2. Now, Sphere 2 is Tehuti. Tehuti is my claim. Tehuti is God's wisdom and God's word. So once you know where you operate out of, you can operate out of it with intention, as people say. You know about the chakra system. If you don't know, you need to learn about that too, because the chakras collide with or connect with the tree of life, the spheres on the tree of life. For example, your root chakra. You may think that you have lack of faith or lack of certainty about things. You're uncertain about things. You always say, well, I don't know about that. You know, maybe I have to think about it. I have to look into that. And in your mind, you're saying, and people who see you say, well, she or he's the kind of person, they have to do a lot of research before they'll agree with something. But it could be damage to your chakra system. So then you begin to learn what? That a lot of what you think is coming out of your own mind is coming from the systems within that might not be operating at 100%. Tai Chi and Qigong are two of the spiritual exercises that I suggest you also practice or get with somebody who practices it and learn it. You begin to see your chi or feel your spiritual energy, feel your power moving through your body. One of the exercises I shared down in Georgia was to take your hand and do like this to your own body. And you'll begin to feel it. You'll feel your spirit moving. You'll feel the chi moving through your body just by you raising your hands from your feet down all the way up. And you want to focus also on your solar plexus area. That's where your divine energy seats itself. Solar means the sun. So I'm going to close now. Anyone have any questions or anything you want to comment on or anything you want me to clear up? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. You're marrying knowledge, marrying wisdom. And once again, I give thanks and praise to Allah and to you all for inviting me to come and share this little that I do know. Anyone? Thank you, brother. I don't know your name, but thank you for your comment.
Simba Ali.
Oh, you're Simba Ali.
Yes, that's me. That's me, Simba Ali.
The lion, the young lion, huh?
Simba Oba Ali, the Lion King.
Lion King. Yeah, there you go. Own it. Walk it and live it.
Every day. Every day.
Anyone else? Okay, well, I'm gonna get one last word from Sheikh Sufi Ba. He says, our beloved Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, has said, I came to perfect good character. Sufism is the way that leads to the perfection of good character. By following the principles, we can walk on this path of perfection. Ishan, Ihsan. Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba said that Ishan, or good character of perfection, is Sufism, love and light. So now if you didn't know what Sufism is, it's the path of light. It's the path of love. It's the path of perfection. People in the world will tell you, oh, nobody's perfect. How can they tell you when they don't even know what perfect is? You're already perfect. See, Allah made you. Allah don't make mistakes. So you're already perfect. How you live in this perfection is your choice. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So I give an honor and praise to Allah. Thanks to all the sheikhs who have been in this gathering tonight. And I give thanks to all the disciples who have been in this gathering tonight. And I just can't give thanks enough. I tell everybody all the time, I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I'm in my 80th cycle, and I'm shocked to be able to even say that. But I am.
What you said 65.
I was. But
I thought you said 65, not 80. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Hey, well, maybe I'll say that from now on. But I give thanks. We are examples. Live your example. Okay? Allahu Akbar. I love that. Please let that play. Don't y'all hide. Anybody got something to say? I love Sufi. You know, I could go on and on. Right here, he got advice during trials of the lower self. Maybe next time I'll come and speak on your lower self and your higher self. So from this day until the next time we meet, when your emotions try to overtake your spirituality, make a decision and a choice on which one you value more. And walk in the one that you value more. And let go of the one that is not serving your good. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillah wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Sheikh Daddy Jeff. We are grateful for you.
Oh Lord, Sheikh Sufi.
Salam. Wa alaikum salam.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Sufi.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Sufi.
Wa alaikum assalam, Simba Oba Ali, who I used to live with in North Philly.
Alhamdulillah.
Man, it makes me smile all the way in Spain to see you.
I am happy to hear your voice. Can't wait till I see you again.
Well, you're going to have to get a passport because Harriet Tubman done came and I ain't coming back no time soon.
Allah. We going to see each other soon.
Alhamdulillah, definitely in spirit. We love you. We miss you, brother. Good to see you.
Same
How's
here.
the children? Everybody's okay?
Everybody is excellent. Everybody, we got soon to be 16, 15, 14, 7. We got everybody over here getting old.
Alhamdulillah.
Kids is getting bigger. Yes, it's good to hear your voice.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah. If there are no other questions or comments for the Cheikah while she is here, inshallah, we'll close out. Cheikah, we appreciate you. We put your cash app in the chat, inshallah, if anyone wants to send a donation. We definitely appreciate you.
Give thanks.
I'm doing that, but
Assalamu alaikum, family.
Alaikum assalam.
It's best to wake with a smile on your face, just like the sunshine all over the place. dance. Okay, but I just maybe wanted to sing. Since you were talking about singing and dancing, Mother Cheikah Ayaba, babe, I just been saying.
Sing to me.
But we want to. Sometimes we get like, oh, we can't dance and sing, practicing. We know we, like you said, we loud. We are. I love y'all. I'm gonna be. Hey,
Shake, Shake
let me show
Sally,
my
can you?
face. Don't show my face, okay? Because you say you need to say, "I'll let you see me, Mom."
Oh,
Cheikah Ayaba, babe. Yeah, that's me. I thought I was on camera when I was singing. I was dancing and everything for y'all.
how do I get this black thing off here? I can't, I don't know. It's a black thing here. Oh, there you go. I want to thank all of y'all. I'll put it in the chat, but you know, let me not. You are chatting as a guest. I guess so. Oh, don't you have it from the last time?
Oh no, I put it. It's already in the chat. It's Dr. Shaka.
Thank
I said
goodness.
I'll pray. It's in the chat already. Alhamdulillah. We'll close out with our Fatiha, Kufitu, inshallah. And we hope to see you again soon. Daddy Jeff Sheikh Sufi Ba. Daddy Jeff brought him down. Kadeen Gadel Low. All praises. Daddy Jeff Serene Sally Pooh. Astaghfirullah. 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 Kaf Ha Ya Ain't So. كاف يا عين صاد استغفر الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله وهو العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كاف يا عين صاد كاف يا عين صاد كاف يا عين صاد كفيت كل دارين الله بسير لا إله إلا الله أبلي مرادي كما واه بسير لا إله إلا الله يا سيري الأسرى كما واه بسيري لا إله إلا الله على نبي المصطفى الله صلي لا إله إلا الله صلاة مغني بسلام الله بسيري لا إله إلا الله Brake Shek Eba Fall, 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 Brake Shek Eba Fall. Assalamu alaikum wa nuwa. Juma Mubarak to the family, inshallah. We will see you all next week. May
Oh,
Allah
y'all
make us
don't
all
fall. I
successful
mean,
and protect us. Stop for that. Just Sheikh Sufi Ba. Oh, salam, family. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
It was a pleasure. I mean, love and light. More love, more light.